Welcome back to the Supercar Connection podcast. Back in the stew, as we said. 2 years?
2 years, that's it?
2 years.
So you're telling me we've been consistently working every single week, nonstop, both ends of the spectrum, for 2 years. And now we have a full-blown showroom. We're the #1 supercar podcast in the world. We're about to take over the dealer space. But yet some people will probably think that this just happened.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. We tell people 2 years. Sometimes it's, wow, that's y'all are just getting started. And sometimes it's, oh wow, y'all been doing this a minute and you're already where you're at.
Yeah. We have over 100 episodes. We've been 2 years consistently without taking a break. Now, the fruits of our labor are starting to come about. 2 full years, head down grind, for you guys to even know Supercar Connection as a brand. This is just one step along the way. We have a bunch more stuff coming for you guys. This is just the next step that you guys are seeing. Everything else is still being laid in the groundwork, or else we would be taking profits, we'd be doing all kinds of stuff, but we have a biggest vision possible for not only the brand, but for the direction that Gavin and I are taking.
We got some fun merch coming soon.
Stay tuned. Whips, merch, education, transparency, podcasting.
This episode is brought to you by Quality Collision Group. After an accident, it's not just your car that's thrown off track, it's your routine, your momentum, your focus. That's why I recommend taking your vehicle to a Quality Collision Group owned shop. They are OEM certified shops, use the exact parts and repair standards your car was built with. No shortcuts, no guesswork, just confidence restored. When it matters most, trust the experts. Find your quality approved shop today.
Welcome back to the new stew. Welcome to the stew, guys.
Yeah.
Where are we at right now?
We're at the Supercar Connection LLC dealership.
SCC dealership LLC.
Yeah,
the spot, the podcast
studio. This is where everything's going to happen now.
Yep, quite literally.
So we've been talking about this big reveal for a long time. Now we're here. We're sitting in the showroom.
This is surreal.
Shooting our first episode from our own space.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty awesome. And it turned out incredible.
Dude, this is awesome.
It looks better than I could have ever imagined.
It's true. I was always trying to picture it while the development was kind of going on. And I was like, what is it really going to look like?
Right.
And when you see it all come together, the vision is fantastic. It's not even done all the way,
Especially we looked at multiple spaces, right?
Yeah.
And most of these warehouse type spaces are cooked.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Looks dirty, hasn't been painted in who knows how long, just concrete floors. So to think, okay, well, how's it going to look when there's a fresh coat of paint? Everything's been recently done. Epoxy floors, got the lips in here. Yeah.
Supercars, the ambiance. You know, when the supercars are packed in here, it elevates it just naturally.
Oh, for sure.
It's like a feeling you almost get.
So seeing it all together, it exceeds all my expectations.
Yeah. And I think this has ended up being like, for what, we're not going to go into specifics about like exactly where we're at, everything else, but like the package that we got here as a first location startup for us, I don't think there was a better overall package possible.
Oh no.
Location, quality, what are our like price per square footage,
the layout,
everything.
How it fits with the lift here and the lift there. Yeah. So
because we spec this all.
For sure.
We literally like Tetris mapped this out when we were designing it.
It worked out perfect. Everything
awesome.
Squeezes in just right. We can get a good set of cars in here.
Yeah.
So I want to dive into some sort of, nice car topics right in the start.
Let's run it.
Well, one, I sold my Aston Martin last week. It's gone.
The most beautiful Aston Martin.
The most beautiful Aston Martin on the market.
It
was getting 10 to 15,000 clicks a week.
That means people are just
Facebook
looking
Marketplace.
at it, and somebody has to go, that's kind of nice.
They just see the hero photo and they're like, they click on it. Yep. They just got to see it.
What is this exactly?
I was getting messages from people that were literally like, hey, not interested in the car. Just want to let you know, beautiful car. Well, thank you. It's for sale.
A lot of operas were messaging you right now or what?
Yes. I mean, everything in between. So that car was seen by a lot of people. I got spotted just on the road. I was parking and they're like, is this car for sale? I saw it on Marketplace.
Didn't David Dobrik recognize you?
No, he just gave me a thumbs up.
He recognized you.
Because it was, he drives an Aston.
Nobody has an Aston like yours.
Right. He recognized me.
Nobody has an Aston like yours. I promise you.
And then the guy that ended up buying it just like hit me up and was like, I want it. And I was like, okay, I've heard this story before. And he was just like, I can come tomorrow with the check. And I was like, do you want to know anything about the car? Nope. He was just like, are the tires good? I'm like, yeah, tires are good. He's like, all right, I'll be there tomorrow.
Not a single detailed question at all, nothing?
No. Came with the check, gave him the title. And he was like, all right, thanks.
You know what's crazy?
Done.
You're probably the number one seller to be able to like dive in deep about every intricate detail of the car. So for the buyer to just not care at all is a waste of you as a seller.
Right.
Like you are the best seller of a car.
It's a car that's got like a minor accident on the record.
Right.
So there's always a little bit of extra explanation. Most people want to know, oh, do you got pictures of the damage? You know, what was the situation? Where was it fixed? Can you send me receipts of blah, 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 blah. You know, a lot of people wanted everything.
Right.
So for someone to just not care, I just sent them everything. I was like, here's the Carfax, here's this, here's a picture of the damage. I just sent him everything because I didn't want him to come back at any point and be like, you didn't tell me. Like, well, you didn't ask anything, and here is everything. So
your Aston was crazy though, dude.
It was beautiful.
Wheels, lowered, Euro style bumper. That car was mint.
It was just very. That car's like the opposite of douchebag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For that, it's hard to find a car that says what that car says about you at that price point. There's not a lot of cars that give that type of aura. Like that car had aura to it at that price point.
Just so clean. It's one of the cleanest designs of all time. Which is why I bought it. I bought it because it was beautiful. Literally.
So are we allowed to talk about what Gavin McDaniel's thinking about for the future?
We can. I don't totally know. There's a lot of things that are up in the air.
Well, no. I think you definitely need to tell the viewers where your current stance is because this is a debate that we can have about it. So you have to be honest.
I'll be honest. What do you want me to be honest about?
About what, like, if it came to tomorrow, what car are you getting?
Well, if it came to tomorrow, then I would get probably an Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. If it came to literally tomorrow.
No, you know what I mean. If you were just literally wake up and get what you want tomorrow.
I mean, well, now you're changing the rules. Now it's just 600 LT.
No. The real answer that I want everyone to hear.
What I'm shooting for?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the scenario, okay? We're close to the end of the year. I sold my car to get one less thing off of my expenses list, have extra money for the dealership, get this up and going. And we have 2 months. I'm going to be out of town a decent amount of the next 2 months. So the plan is get things going in the next 2 months and hopefully be in the position to get what I want to get in the new year.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, the tomorrow being January 1st, everything went how I want it to in the next 2 months.
Yeah. The pause, the
got to take a sip of water for this.
Hit me.
I've been moving a lot. Acura NSX.
New or old?
I mean, new.
New?
Yeah, it's the latest gen Acura NSX. Come on. You think I'm getting...
I'm just giving make sure that the viewers know exactly what we're working with here.
I know a lot of people are into... I think it's a cool car.
Yeah.
But that's not my... If you've listened to more than 3 episodes of this podcast, you should know that that's not my style. It would probably be my style if you forced me to get an older car.
Yeah, or JDM car.
Yeah, if you're like, you have to get a car before 2005, that would be high on the consideration list. I think they're cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
I remember seeing them growing up and like didn't know what they were.
Same.
So when you're a kid, you don't know as many things. Even though I loved cars, I was like, what? It's not a Ferrari. It's not a Lamborghini. What is that? Acura. Shocking, because they were very cool.
Why do you want the new NSX?
Okay, let me break it down for you. So what are my options at that price point? You've got...
What is that price point?
Like 120.
Okay.
Audi R8.
Yeah.
Gen 2, that would be like a higher mileage. Audi R8 Gen 2.
Which I don't really like anymore at that. I used to like it. I used to think it was a nice choice at that price point, but they're really dying off for me.
Yeah.
Like just the Gen 2s, like I think it's so old now.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it's
right.
You know, you get what I'm trying to say? It just doesn't have the same lurid like it just had.
And if you do everything to it, like you can make them super cool.
Yeah.
Like Finding Nick, who was just on. Nick's is beautiful.
Awesome.
Benji's is also beautiful.
Yeah.
I just know there's a lot to you have to put into the car to get it to that point. Yeah. And I don't
James Ware has a cool one too.
Yeah. James Ware's might be like my favorite low key.
Because I think he's done the most to that car. I think he's done literally everything to that car.
But that car, I almost feel like is going to be kind of my jump car to kind of the 600.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's something I'm trying to get and then pour a ton of stuff into it.
Yeah.
So if you're just looking at like an R8 versus an NSX, just as it comes, maybe throw some wheels on it. I feel like an NSX, you'd never see them.
Yeah.
I see one like once a year. They made 2,500 versus probably 25,000 R8s. So
they're less chopped.
Yeah.
Like the market, like what you're buying, you're either buying a high mileage old R8 or you're buying a just not
right.
technically older, but mileage wise,
use wise, the same year. I mean, you're buying like a 2018 R8 with 40,000 miles.
Yeah.
Or you're buying a 2017 NSX with 15,000 miles.
Yeah. It's less chopped overall. Quality in the interior, exterior,
pretty much brand new.
Yeah.
The downside, obviously, the inside looks like a Honda.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
No.
Go look at it. It looks like a Honda.
It does.
Is everything leather? Yeah. So, it elevates it a little bit. But at the end of the day, it looks like a Honda. The silver trim, super Honda.
Everything.
Super Honda.
The button style, even just the design of the buttons.
And I saw someone that did a full trim update to carbon. And it looks
pretty sweet.
It looks good.
You know what? Honestly,
but it's 10 grand.
Oh, it's 10 racks for the carbon.
Yes.
Honestly, what I would do is like, for example, let's say like a custom interior, like what we've been seeing. Let's call it like 15 racks for a custom interior. You get an NSX and you get a full like Tiffany blue dripped interior. That wouldn't be bad.
No, it wouldn't be bad.
That'd be pretty hot, actually.
If it was done, you'd have to do it because I saw one with a Tiffany blue interior, but it was just way overdone with they tried to do like diamond stitching all over the place. Yeah. I think you have to do a straight up OEM swap.
Yeah.
Don't do anything crazy.
Don't put lipstick on a pig.
Right.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do anything crazy.
It's not a Rolls Royce.
Just color swap it.
Right. It ain't one of these. Right
even if you buy like the red seat one and then just swap like the dash to red.
Yeah.
And the steering wheel to red.
Just give it a little more flavor.
And the doors to red.
Do like a nice carbon fiber steering wheel.
Still a lot of red
type of vibe to it.
Yeah.
The steering wheel honestly does make a drastic difference.
Yes, and there's a carbon fiber option.
Oh, there is.
Which would be probably near required for me.
Yeah.
There's one where the trim is carbon and then the top is carbon.
Lights or no lights?
No lights.
No lights?
No lights.
You probably get an aftermarket one with lights.
I don't like aftermarket lights.
I respect it.
I've never seen aftermarket lights.
I've only seen Beamers.
Like look good.
Beamers is the only one I've seen it.
Right.
Aftermarket wise. This thing is awesome with the lights on it.
Right. The Ferrari lights are awesome.
The OEM one.
OEM lights are awesome. For some reason, every aftermarket steering wheel with LED lights, it's just, it looks cheap.
It looks like the Mario Kart little bar.
Yeah,
Beep, beep, beep.
there's no one. I haven't seen an aftermarket steering wheel that looks like an OEM RPM light situation. It always looks like it was ordered off Alibaba.
Yeah, especially because those things aren't cheap to make.
I know.
Steering wheel, and then how important the electrical wiring is because you have your clock spring and your airbag in there too. Like they got to make it semi decent.
That's what I've been saying, dude. We've talked about this before.
It's bad.
I'm just not a fan of the chunky aftermarket steering wheel. I think it looks bad.
With the big grips on the side and stuff like that. No.
And there's all the sharp angles and everything like that.
Sleek, a little bit of carbon, call it a day.
And it's not cheap. Like those steering wheels aren't cheap. You're not paying $500 to swap that.
No.
You're paying thousands.
Yeah, $2,500 is probably the cheap end of it.
Right.
And then labor cost to install that is not. I mean, it's not expensive,
right.
but it's not. Again, you are rewiring.
But you're paying $2,000 to $3,000 to get the steering wheel installed at least.
Yeah, because you have to literally. There's an airbag there, so you have to be very careful with taking out that steering wheel and changing it. Your steering angle sensor. There's a ton of stuff going in. Steering wheel's not just cut. It's not. It's not simple at all.
Right. I mean, someone does it.
Yeah. There's guys that do it, but it's not as easy as you think. Like wheels are brr, 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 depending on the fitment, but steering wheel is literally airbag, clock spring, steering wheel sensor, the whole nine.
But I've never been a fan of that.
No.
So in the NSX, there's definitely, it stickers up very quick because there's a lot of carbon options and then the ceramic brakes. So it was like a 160 car and they sticker up to over 200.
But those cars are 120 now?
Yeah.
I feel like a blink ago they were 170, 165, 155.
I mean, because that's what they were when they were new. And a blink ago was when they were coming out.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like in 21, I remember seeing them kind of relatively high. 22 maybe.
That might have been the pop. They've been down there for a minute.
They have?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a car that's just been 120 for a long time.
It's one of those floors that you're like, this is not going to get. Like, if anything, it's we've gotten to the point where we've consolidated, and if anything, and I'm not saying guarantee, because I know our stance is the same on this. Not saying it's going to appreciate, but if anything, I would bet on it appreciating before it depreciates.
Right, because of supply.
Yeah.
So I think that's a car that I would love to get, like wholesale 110 on a car with 15,000 miles or under. For like, we'll call 18,000 miles or under.
Okay.
I would like to get one like wholesale 110, 115. which there's some retail at 120, so that's not like some crazy thing.
No, I think you can get it cheaper. Yeah, 110 is very reasonable.
Exactly.
That's doable as hell.
So if I can get one of those at 110, like I'm in that car.
Easy.
Yeah.
All day long.
I am chilling.
Because I know we talked about this before, but like, what's the payment increase monthly, really?
For what?
For like the jump between where you're at right now and where that car would be.
From like the Aston to that?
Yeah.
Probably like $800.
$800.
So like $800 more dollars
Retrospectively
from where
doable.
I've been for the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's chilling. Just need to make some things happen.
That's it.
And we're there.
I always look at it whenever I'm pricing stuff out of my head. I always use like what do I do excess that if I just did this 2 or 3 times less, I could have this. It's like an $800 payment. Okay. I'm not saying I go to dinner a lot, but like if I go to like a $100, $200 dinner, just go to 2, 3 less than that a month. That's the difference in payment.
Yeah.
Like, what do I spend? What do I throw money away on?
I can't do that.
I don't understand that. But I'm saying that's when in my head, like if I ever look at it and I go, okay, it's $200 more. I'm like, all right, just don't do this one thing that I do from time to time. And that's it. Like DoorDash. I don't order DoorDash too often, but I probably spend a couple $100 a month on DoorDash. Just don't do that. And there's that.
Yeah, there's nothing that I do that would push it over the edge. But the overall, what I've noticed looking at the market, because looking at that, looking at the 570, looking at 650S Spiders, these are all kind of things I was looking at. R8, 991 GT3,
Corvette Z06.
Corvette Z06. The market is sliding down at the moment. Market is soft.
Right now, everything is soft. Economy soft. It's not.
For sure.
We're at a crucial point. I think the car market's either going to stabilize and boom, or it's going to just fall flat on its face.
So I know it depends on the market. Some things are kind of up, some things are kind of down, but like a lot of especially that price range, it feels like, one, just things are not moving a whole lot. And that whole part of the market's just softening. I've seen lots of NSXs with price drops. So
I would love for you to pick one up super cheap, under 100. Could you imagine?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
The NSX. So then your real reason for it is then what? Then the fact that it's dailyable, or is it?
Yeah. We didn't really get into the whole reason why I'm sold on it.
That's why I want to know.
Honestly, so
I'm sure they want to know.
Yeah. The reason I'm kind of sold on the car is I've been the cracked out car for who knows how long.
Yeah.
And I've made that part of my personality almost.
You have. Everybody comes to know that. That's what you like.
So I bought the Aston, and it was pretty easy to drive. It was comfortable, had good clearance. I lowered it. It looked so much better. It was night and day. There's no going back.
It was bad.
But it ruined like any sort of daily ability of the car. It made it so much more difficult. I mean, there were speed bumps that I would scrape on.
That's speed bumps, just little speed bumps.
Yes, like there was.
And you're tilting. You're getting the angle too, and you're still scraping a little bit.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, once you clear it and you're over it, you're over it. Yeah. There's that. So when all 4 tires were on the ground and there's a speed bump between me, I would scrape it because that's how low it was. There were certain garages, I'd see a speed bump and I go, I'm cooked on this one. I'm scraping it. It is what it is.
That car didn't have a lift, did it?
No.
No lift?
No. So even the speed bumps that took me into the parking lot at Quail, I scraped. You think about how many supercars were going over those speed bumps, and I'm scraping on that speed bump. That's how low it was. So
I don't think I scraped. I'm trying to think. Did I scrape on that same speed bump?
We were in different parking lots.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Parker, did you scrape? I saw your 600 LT in the parking lot.
Parker for sure scraped.
So that's kind of, and I just kind of realized it's like, and the other thing is like, with the 4C, with the Aston Martin, especially after it was lowered, anytime me and Meg would go to dinner or like do anything, go out, we would always take her car because my car was just so uncomfortable and so inconvenient, right? It's fine for me to just go alone and do my things, but when it's both of us, it's always been a cooked car.
Okay.
So part of me is like, I want to just have the comfortable daily supercar that I can drive, I can rip. When we go to dinner, we hop in it. When we go do anything, it's like, no, we're taking my car because I just want to drive my car. Then I'm not driving a Volvo all the time. That's the biggest reason.
So you're telling me the cracked all-day Gavin McDaniel has died a little bit.
A little bit.
And wants something that's semi-blended.
Mm-hmm.
Still able to rip, but able to just kind of cruise and do some other stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's largely because I drive more than I used to.
Yeah.
Like I used to just work from home, and then when I was driving, I was just driving.
Right.
And so it was fun to have that kind of car. Now I just drive more often, and I go more places, and I'm on the highway more often. So there's just, I'm older.
How does it feel?
I got to do more things. So I want that car that's more comfortable.
I'm not against it at all.
I'd love to have a cracked car, but it's just like 2-car garage situation. I've got my wife's car and I've got my car. I'm leaning towards wanting for a while to just try having that fun supercar that when I'm on the highway and I want to punch it and do a little this or that, I can do that. I can take it up to the canyons if I want. It's still going to do great. The NSX is apparently a great car in the canyons.
I don't doubt it. It's like that perfect power range.
Yes.
Where it's usable power.
It's apparently, I haven't driven one yet. Very usable.
Yeah.
The hybrid system's very dialed in to where it does a lot of the work for you.
It's awesome. Which
some people, or a lot of people, that's one of the knocks almost, is that it's like it makes it very easy.
Plug and play.
Right. Because it's the electric system is like compensating for you. Because it can control all of it.
I'm trying to think of...
Very sophisticated system.
What was... Like that car, okay? And this is not a knock on the JDM world, because I know I shit on it a lot, but I don't mean to. Sometimes I do, but now I'm not trying to shit on it. But like, who was that car made for? Like, who is their ideal buyer? Because that price point, we're talking about what? So this 2016, 2017, that car came out at high 100s, and some were spec'd over 2.
Yeah.
What at that time? What was in that price range?
It was the R8.
That was the direct competitor.
Direct competitor of the R8. That's what I would say. There's nothing else. There was nothing else because the R8s were the same price range.
Were GT3s way more expensive?
R8s were high ones to 200.
Okay.
And GT3s were probably similar price range.
Somewhere, right?
At the time.
At the time, they weren't crazy expensive as they are now.
Right.
Okay.
So GT3s were probably like around 2.
Yeah.
And
because GT3 is still MSRP from like 220 to 300. Yeah. So I think they did a price increase. So back then they were probably retrospectively around the same price.
But it's like anything, they're trying to take advantage of some of that brand equity. The NSX has so much brand. The name NSX has so much brand equity. Honda Racing worldwide has a lot of brand equity.
They do.
Not in America. That's why it's branded as an Acura, but it's a Honda everywhere else.
Yeah.
That's why I think it'd be funny to actually debadge it and buy the Honda badges.
I think it'd be cool.
And put the Honda badges on the car?
I think I've seen 1 or 2 for sale with the front badge Honda.
Really?
I have seen 1 or 2 for sale with that. Everything else is accurate, but like just the front.
I think that'd
Honda.
be kind of fun.
I think it's awesome.
Because it's kind of funny.
It is.
Especially in America. Because in America, there's no brand equity for Honda.
Not at all.
So to be driving this car, and most people don't know what that car is. So to be driving around in that car and then they see a Honda logo, most people would probably think it's a joke. And you're like, no, it's actually a Honda.
It's actually that is.
So Acura, Honda.
It's funny because Honda Racing does have a really big presence in the rest of the world. Mm-hmm. Just the way that what happened here in the U.S. with the whole like
Red Bull
sanction things.
Red Bull's Honda.
Yeah, they're big and everywhere else. With the whole like back in the day, I forgot what year because I've heard this story way too many times. With the whole back in the day when American manufacturers were getting beat out by the Japanese manufacturers, the government was like, all right, there's a limit on import cars, so they had to put a stop hard, and then the Japanese companies were like, okay, Honda and Toyota can only do so much, so now we have Lexus and Acura, and Nissan was like, all right, we got Infiniti now, so now they're the same cars, just a little elevated, and then they were putting in more of them. So they made a very smart pivot. So I think the U.S. market looks at it completely different than the rest of the market does it. But I think now, like you were saying, those cars, because of the powertrain and what they really are, they perform so well handling-wise now, because they were the first ones doing hybrid technology back in the day.
Right.
Who else had a car that setup back then?
It was the Holy Trinity. That was it.
That was the only cars at the time,
right?
The
Holy Trinity came out. They were all that hybrid tech, and then the NSX came out. That was kind of the other thing. It was like, okay, we have the technology that the 918, the LaFerrari, and the P1 all have, and we're under $200,000. Yeah.
It's a Japanese car, so I know it works. Like I know that they built it and it's reliable and it works. Mm-hmm. I know it's not a supercar brand like the Revueltos have the new hybrid system. Those cars are barely working, and we're all the way in 2025.
Right.
I know that those cars were working dialed back then.
Because how long has Honda been making hybrid cars?
A long ass time.
So how long has Lamborghini been making hybrid cars?
Not a long time.
Exactly.
Not a long time at all.
Exactly. There's a lot of R&D that got us to the NSX. Where Lamborghini, they're like, oh, they got to figure it out from the start.
And there's less bells and whistles in the car, so electrically, they make it simple. They make it like usable. So now it's like a really dailyable car.
NSX was built in America too.
It's awesome. I love it so much. Can I tell you something that's in that price range that we once talked about? You brought it up. I crapped on it. Now I've completely changed my stance on it.
Yeah.
California T.
California
I'm
T.
100% on the opposite side.
Really?
I'm 100% on the opposite side.
You've seen a couple nice specs, huh?
I've seen a couple nice specs.
That it?
That's the only reason why.
The only reason.
It has to be in those specs. Well,
Okay.
no, not that, because the motor too. Those two comboed, okay. Price point, they really are like 110, 120.
Sure.
Which is crazy.
I know it is. It's like for 110.
It really is crazy.
Which I said last time, for $110,000.
It's wild.
You get a twin turbo V8 Ferrari, modern,
Yeah. Hard top convertible.
hard top convertible,
It's wild. So
but it's a California.
yeah, that's the only problem. But I think now, so like re-looking at the car, with how crappy Ferrari is now, you can appreciate the design more than when you did back when it was the crappier design Ferrari. But now it's kind of like, hey, this is not
Yeah, it
bad,
doesn't look
right?
bad. Hey, you lower it.
You lower it, put some wheels on it, okay? And I've seen two. Matte black, which I don't know if it was factory or PPF, but matte black with full red guts, lowered with some nice 4Gs, it's clean. And this is the part that killed me. 115 for a 2015 with less than 15,000 miles. That is crazy. A 2015 Ferrari, that's literally like the old year 458s. That is relevant. That is like prime time Ferrari year.
With less than 15,000 miles.
And you tune it, and you got 666 horsepower. You have a 488 hardtop convertible. You have this car,
yeah.
literally. Hardtop convertible, just old man style.
Front mid-engine.
Front mid-engine vibes.
Yeah.
That is an awesome car. Like I think starting, if anybody watches this, and I think give it 6 months, I think those cars are going to get more popular.
You think so?
I really do. Because
I
they're
don't
too
know.
cheap.
Right, but who's buying it?
Course pros, flexers.
You think so?
Yeah, I
No.
think so.
You think so?
I think so.
I feel like that car's got too much negative press.
Aura to it. I think all it is like you look at the barrier to entry on some of those cars.
I don't support the negative press on the California anymore.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't support it.
I think, again, where we're at with Ferrari and what Ferrari was doing back in that time, I think that car looks awesome.
Because again, it's always based on the price.
Yeah.
Like we hate on the Roma, right?
Yeah, because it's over. Are you kidding me?
Right. It was over $200,000.
Yeah.
Like why?
Even
but-
high hundreds.
Right. But we're getting closer to mid hundreds on that car.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now you get this car. It's a nice car.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, I can get a Roma or a Bentley GT.
What is the stock performance numbers on a Roma?
Similar to the 488, I think. It's the same twin turbo V8.
It is?
Yeah.
Because again, the California T, what makes it a sleeper is the fact that literally with just a tune, you literally
Right.
gain 200 horsepower.
But that's right. The other thing, the Roma's not hardtop convertible, but the fact that the California is a hardtop convertible twin turbo V8 Ferrari for $110,000.
With a screen.
Yeah.
That's the seller for me. Because this don't even have a screen.
Right.
That has a center screen. Fire.
I mean, I just think the formula is simple.
I don't know, man. That's a pretty
Hardtop convertible twin turbo V8 Ferrari.
That's a pretty dailyable car too.
Yeah, 100%. So there's that. The problem is I've also come to realize that I want my engine behind me. After having the Aston for a year, I drove a rear mid-engine car for 3 years. I got the Aston. It was fun, but I like my engine behind me.
I respect that.
I like how the car feels. I like the driving dynamics better. It's what I want. It's what works for me.
It's a little more cracked. Just
Yes.
naturally.
Yeah.
Even if the car is not super cracked, as long as the motor's back there, it's just naturally more cracked.
More confidence. It instills more confidence. I know I can point the car where I want it to go, and it's going to go there. You know what I mean?
You don't think front mid-engine cars do that?
Not as much.
What have you seen that makes you think that?
What have I seen?
Yeah, front
It's just
mid-engine
how
car.
it feels.
812 doesn't do it for you? A little scary?
Well, I haven't driven it yet.
You're about to drive it after this.
Perfect. It's been long enough. But
This car scares the hell out of me sometimes still.
right scares you.
Yeah, it still scares me.
That's kind of what it is. That's
It's
kinda
way
what I
better
mean.
setup than the last, like when Miami 812. It's way better. Wider tires.
Perfect.
It's way better. But like the car still kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
I need something else too. Something more drivable now. It's kind of what I want.
Like what?
We'll see.
More drivable than this?
Yeah, more like cracked than this.
More cracked?
Yeah,
Like a 720?
maybe 720s. Okay, we talked about this before, and I want to talk about this because now it's funny. We talk about it, and then all of a sudden, everyone wants to make content about it. Okay, everyone's talking about the damn McLaren formula now. Like we talked about it months ago about the 720, 750, 765. I'm seeing a bunch of content now on it. Like everybody's starting to realize what we talked about 2 months ago.
What do we talk about?
The fact that they have a 720, a 750, and a 765, and like in reality, the price gap between them, like what exactly? What are we doing here?
You're saying the 720 is such a good value?
Yeah, comparative so. Because like, okay, 765 LT, you're buying for price point to say that you have a car like that and the rarity aspect.
Sure.
You're buying it for those two reasons. Because you can 100% make a 720 a 765 LT. Not exactly the same, so don't fry me because you know what I mean. But you can make it damn near what that car is and more powerful if you build it.
Right.
Then you have the 750, which has the whole redesigned interior, more modern tech, more reliable. Performance-wise, it's damn near the same as 765 LT. I think the only thing's different, I think the top end is actually faster on the 750.
Probably.
I think the 060 is the same.
Because it's not so track-oriented?
I believe so. So I think, again, 750 for cheaper, more modern, better car, quote unquote. So like, again, what do you do if you want a McLaren? Like, do you just go to 720? Like, are you stupid for buying anything else than a 720?
Yeah. Well, I think every car makes sense for its price point.
Okay.
You know, like it scales, but it makes sense. Like if all you can afford is the 720, you're getting so much car for the money.
Yeah. But it's a used one.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. But you are buying an older used car.
You're buying an older used car.
You are. Like, you're going to have more problems naturally. Your interior is not going to be the same quality.
Right.
You're buying a 750 because you can afford to buy one. You want something more reliable.
You have warranty.
You want CarPlay.
Yes.
And it's just the most modern product.
Yes.
So the interior, everything about the car is more.
The accumulators are supposed to last longer. Yeah. They're apparently better accumulators now.
I'm telling you.
That don't need to get replaced as often.
Either I'm not tapped in, or I have not heard a lot of negative stuff about 750. Reliability wise.
Yeah. I mean, we have a it's basically been out a year in the grand scheme of things.
I haven't heard a lot about it.
I haven't either.
So again, maybe we're not tapped in as much as the 720 market was back in the day, but if those cars, again, if McLaren continues to make more reliable cars, they will begin to dominate the market share.
Right. Because the 750 is just the 720 perfected, right?
Yeah. In essence.
In essence. So they've been building upon this platform, and the 750 isn't a drastic amount of changes. No. It's just improving upon the things that needed to be improved on.
They did take it's a pull of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's aero and suspension from the 765, and then it's powertrain interior improvements from the 720 and just.
The definition of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Just fix the things that are broke, which is the reliability.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's where they're at.
I will say this though. I'm not a fan of the new tack and the new dash.
No?
The center, yes. Cool. But I really did like the button lay down screen. I really did like that a lot.
The flip down screen.
Even just the way the menu looked, like I liked that a lot more than the new one. New one has CarPlay, but so like McLaren has taken a really drastic stance on the driver feel of it. The reason I know this, we have a great relationship with O'Gara. So again, Bo out there, if you guys are watching this, I took a test drive in 750 when they first came out, and he literally told me that the car design was so that when you're on 10 and 2, if you put your two fingers out perfectly, you can tap the modes perfectly. So the whole point is to not take your hands off the steering wheel,
right, and
be able to work it. Cool concept.
For sure.
When I'm doing it, I feel like an absolute idiot when I'm doing it. I'm driving like this. Going between the thing, I'm like, no, bro, this is ridiculous. I'm not a fan of that. I wish they would have kept the whole flip screen, the dial monitor, the way that the 720 was. I like that way better.
Okay.
From an aesthetic perspective.
Yeah.
I don't like the new design.
That's fair.
That's the only thing.
Fair critique.
It is. Apple CarPlay though.
Yeah. And then the 765, if you can afford to pay more, you're in, a safer investment, probably.
Exactly.
Limited production, that's going to be, I don't know if it's a car that's going to perform better than like a Pista, if you're just in it for the investment.
Carbon Series, 765 LT. Kunze sold his. What do we think that car is going to do? Because there's only 4 now.
Sure.
1 dot total. So there's 4 of those left. Is that car going to jump to Senna numbers?
No.
We don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, right? I think it'll always be capped by the cheapest Senna.
Always.
Because you're looking at it, you're like, why would I pay more for a 765 than a Senna? Even if the Senna is just silver with no options and it's just a basic Senna, it's a Senna.
Yeah.
So, I get the all carbon 765 and I've got this limited, there's 4 of them. But at the end of the day, There's 4 carbon 765s out of how many 7? It's still 765 at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
So it's not much different than going, oh, there's only 4 amethyst black 765. There's only 2 amethyst black 765s, and I've got one of them.
Yeah,
there's only one amethyst black 765 Spider. This is a 101.
This is going to sound really stupid because I should know this answer, but how much, if so, how much is the weight reduction on a 765 that's carbon series? If there is any.
How much does paint weigh?
Well, that's what I'm trying to think. Because if it's a couple hundred pounds, like that is a drastic change. I'm going to see how.
You know what? You know the opportunity missed?
Huh?
Doing a full MSO color interior on the carbon series.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine?
Well, we can just redo the interior on one of those things.
Can you imagine?
The 765
from the factory MSO color interior on a carbon series? That would be crazy.
What the heck? That's not telling me the damn weight on the carbon series specifically. Come on.
Hey, picture this. Baby blue interior, baby blue calipers.
All carbon.
All carbon.
Pretty hot. I don't know. I'm starting to become a really big fan of just everything MSO interior. Everything. Everything MSO interior.
I love the MSO interior.
I love the MSO interiors.
I love a solid interior.
Like if I had to get a next car, if you told me tomorrow it's going to be a 720S Spider, it just is. But I think my 100% decision would be made on the spec of the interior of the car. Like I'm buying an interior. I'm not buying anything other than that car. I'm buying the interior.
That's where you spend your time.
Yeah.
You sit in the car.
I love it.
And it looks good.
I would do 720S Spider. I don't give a crap about the exterior color. I only care about, I want red Alcantara, full, everything. And I would matte black PPF it. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Murdered out matte black, everything. Dripped red Alcantara with a sick wheel setup. Oh my goodness. With a fat 765 LT wing that like has a funny word in the back when the air wing goes and then a nice little tune and exhaust. Oh my goodness.
So tell me this. $250,000 budget. What are you picking today?
Wow. What a question. All right. So what are my top options then? Obviously 720S is in there. Evos are not in there. No way I'm picking one, but Evos are not even in that price range. Neither are Performantes.
488, you get a 488 Spider.
488 Spider,
720S.
458 Italia Spider. Okay. Sorry, 458 Spider. What else is even in that price range at that point?
LP610.
LP610. Okay, you know what? All right. Does it have to go by market price or MSRP?
Market price today.
Fuck. All right, fine.
What were you going to do?
I'm getting a ZR1.
Oh, okay. I mean,
being honest with you.
What's the market?
Because they're marked up.
You still can't get a ZR1?
They're marked up still.
How are they marked up still?
Have you seen one driving yet?
I have seen one driving.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a driving one yet.
I
know they're out there.
I saw one last week, a yellow one.
I have not seen them driving. I haven't seen a random encounter.
Yeah, I meant to tell you that.
Come on, Gavin.
I totally forgot. I blanked. I saw it and I was like...
You see every spot. I always get a picture of random spots, but that one
I didn't get a picture. It was one of those things. I was driving by and it was on the street that I was driving by and it was too late.
Did you think about me?
I just glimpsed it. Yeah. I was like, I got to text Joe.
Guys, he forgot to text me.
I forgot to text him.
That would have been the one I would have really appreciated.
I know. Low wing, though.
Oh.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah, no, it has to have the big wing.
But are people really out there paying over for those ZR1s? Or are dealers just holding hope?
No, people are paying. There are people that are paying. Because again, you have a guy that wants one. And again, for money for him, 100K really doesn't mean crap. Like he's buying the car because he does not give a flying fuck. Again, like 720s, whatever it is, he does not care. So somebody is paying over for it.
So they are moving.
They are moving. I don't think they're moving as much because the Z06 hype was because of the fact that they weren't sure how many they were going to produce, how quickly they were going to produce them, because how slow the roll was on that. Well, now you had C8 Z51s for 2 years by themselves. And then you had E-Rays all of a sudden, and then Z06s came, and then they were expecting ZR1s to take forever, but now the ZR1s are coming. So you went from just base C8s, and then within a year and a half, you had E-Ray Z06 ZR1, and now the ZR1X. They're pumping out these cars. So the demand's not going to stay high over the markups.
Okay, so let's assume you can get a ZR1 at sticker.
At sticker? Then genuinely speaking, and this is crazy to say, I would definitely get a ZR1 if I had $250K budget.
Really?
I really would.
Over a 720?
Over a 720.
That's a decision.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because again, that car is and this is what I'll always die on this hill for. That car, the Z06, there is not a better overall car than that. Overall. Okay. Sure, there's cars that have different elements and sliders that are higher than that, but you cannot get 1,000 horsepower, brand new tech, reliable car that looks pretty damn aggressive than that. With the freaking roof that pops off. You just can't do it for that price range. You're talking 0-60 in 2.3 seconds. That is, I think it's actually less than that. It might be 2.2.
I just don't need anything faster than a 720. 720 is all I don't need faster than that.
You don't need faster than that.
I don't need faster than that.
You don't need faster than that.
I don't need faster than that.
Only reason I'd pick it is, again, there's not a lot of them out. The reliability. Like, there's not a question about the reliability on that car.
Yeah, correct.
The 720, as much as I know they're still reliable because you want them with higher mileage and stuff like that, especially if they've gone through the problems. And its quality of the interior.
And we're talking about 250. You're getting a newer 720 that price.
You're getting a 2021, but you're still getting one with 10,000+ miles. I think anything lower than that is high 260.
2021, 12K miles. Is that doable? 250?
Well, it's doable if it's not a Spider.
Correct.
A Spider throws it up to 260,
100%, yeah.
So that's my problem. So I would for sure
need a Spider.
Yeah, because
again,
again,
you need a Spider.
ZR1, I could take the top off. So it doesn't have to be a Spider.
A 675 LT.
It's not a bad choice. It's not. I would get that car, but again,
maybe that would be the move.
With everything else, I just
675 LT. It's right in front of me.
I can't do it. Like
limited McLaren
with 720 with the ZR1. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Old tech, not as comfortable.
I can't.
But 675, that'd be a great car to have in the garage.
675s look beautiful in the front.
They do.
They're beautifully designed.
Don't say they're not in the back.
I don't think it's not their strong suit.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't.
I'm a fan.
I'm
a fan of the rear design.
You know what I don't like? That like graded middle piece like design on like that trim panel in the back. I don't know how to describe it. I got to pull a picture up to show that. It just like when you take the 720 rear with that grill between the exhaust and the tail lights, how sleek they look, versus the 675 LT look in the back. The tail lights I'm not a fan of, and then the graded trim that looks like in the back, it's just not my style. It just really isn't my style. It looks the 675 LT front looks like the newer, starting to get P1 newer McLaren, but then the rear says MP or 12C or whatever the hell those cars are, MP4 12C.
So which part?
Right here. This part right here. I'll show you right now. The way the tail lights and this like graded trim here. Yeah. I like the 720s. Exhaust is out more. Tail lights are sleeker design and the grill's bigger. I don't like the tail lights in this little trim area here. I just don't like it. And this, I don't like it. I hate to say it. I just don't like it. Diffuser area is sweet.
Okay.
I want these more spaced out. I like my big grill and I like my sleek tail lights. Believe it or not, as stupid as it's going to sound, I think the tail lights are too high. As stupid as that sounds.
Chat, taillights are too high.
Taillights are too high. Think about you're looking at that car from the back. 720 taillights are low. That car just looks aggressive. All of a sudden you see that car at night in the back and the taillights just they're too high.
I don't know, this car looks crazy.
I don't know, rear just doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't. All old McLaren rears don't do it for me. 570. The front does it. I'm telling you, the front does it for me. I'm telling you, the front.
Especially with the wing up?
The front does it for me.
The air brake wing?
The rear just doesn't do it for me. 12Cs don't do it for me. The 650s don't do it for me. 675 LTs rears don't do it for me. What's the other one I'm missing? I'm sure I'm missing one right now. I think that might be it, actually. But 570Ss, 600s, 620s, 720s, all of those rears, down for. But 675s, 650s, 12Cs, and I'm sure there's one more I'm missing. Those rears, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just hate to say it. I just can't.
Interesting. I definitely like this. The 675, I think, it works. So we'll just agree to disagree there.
What is that one going for? What does that car go for?
675? I mean, 675, I want to say from 250 to 300.
They're that expensive?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man.
300's like top.
Okay.
I mean, it's a limited car.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right.
So you're talking about, I mean, that's the floor of that car.
But here's the problem.
That car's not going to be cheaper.
I don't disagree with you. But the problem goes back to the whole McLaren ideology is, are McLarens really going to go up in value? Like, that's the biggest knock on every car. Because we even talk crap about the Speedtail and stuff like that. Are those cars really poised to go up? Like, is a 6.7 LT really poised to go up?
I think it's one of those things. I think if you look at a 675 LT, you go and get one with 10,000 miles on it, okay? Realistically, you're probably going to be more closer to
275.
275.
That's fair.
Or you go get a 720S Spider, also at 275. Equal car, equal price. You're going to lose less money on the 675.
Yeah, you take both cars from 10K to 20K, you're losing less on the 675 LT.
I think that would be your argument for the 675. I can go and drive that car for 10,000 miles, enjoy it, all the rest. I'm going to lose less money when I turn around and sell it than the 720.
That's
Potentially fair. Over the year or two that I have the 675, it could come up a little bit, and even with my 10K miles, I could get out of it for the same price.
That's fair.
That 720S Spider, not that you lose a lot of money, but you might be down 30 grand on it.
Yeah. And again, there's just the supply of them. There's just too many damn 720s. There is.
Exactly.
Is the 720 the new Huracan?
Kind of.
It kind of is, right?
Yeah, in a way.
It kind of is. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Everybody else is noticing. It's kind of is. It's the new first course pro car.
Right, because it's the same price.
Yep.
And it's not a Huracan.
It's different.
Exactly.
That's the only thing it has going for it.
And the doors go up
for that reason.
And we can sit in front and be like, oh, why would I get that when these doors go up? You know, I've seen plenty of those videos.
And there's some chopped 720s out
I saw
there.
I saw a video like that with the MC20.
What, did the doors go up and that was the reason for getting the car? Mm-hmm. I respect it. Can I tell you what? The Acura NSX doors don't go up, right?
No.
That is a car that if the doors went up, I think it would flow with the car, A, and B, it would make it 10x better.
So here's the question.
No.
No?
I mean, kind of, but no.
Is there ever a scenario where you can do aftermarket vertical doors and it's not just super cheesy?
I hate to say it, but
is it ever acceptable?
I think the Acura would be the one car that might be most acceptable on.
Really?
But I don't even know if it's still really acceptable. Like every Corvette, you are literally the biggest poser on the planet. Any Lambo, like a Huracan,
which is sad because it actually looks kind of good.
It does, right? It flows. Yeah. But again, it's a Corvette.
Like a C8 with the doors up.
It makes sense.
Like Jesse's, when he put the doors up, it looks good.
It looks kind of nice.
It works because it's very Aventador-ish.
It is.
So it actually works with the car.
I think the Acura NSX would be the only car that would do it. But then again, it's a question, what kind of doors are we doing? Are we doing Aventador style doors? Are we doing like the 720S Spider where they come out? Are we doing dihedral where you put a hinge on the top?
Well, I mean, you're kind of going to be limited to, I guess, what's possible. I feel like usually aftermarket doors are pretty Lambo scissor.
Straight scissor door. Mm-hmm. I think the Acura NSX is the only car that would do that. That's the only car that I would be like, it's kind of cool.
The NSX, I feel like it would fit best to do a more McLaren butterfly style door.
The dihedral?
Yeah, I mean, probably not because dihedrals were connects to the roof too.
Yeah,
we're getting specific here.
The top hinge, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do the top hinge. Yeah, it would just be like your classic butterfly.
It's not a bad look.
It's kind of up and out.
It's not a bad look.
I think it would work on that car, but you can't do that.
You're right. I'm also realizing that I'm a huge fan of a dihedral door. Like a huge fan. Like that is like the 720S with that door. And I know this is a drastic topic, but I'm thinking about it. The Bugatti Tourbillon is the perfect car. There is not a car that is more beautifully perfect than that car. I hate to say it. And I know it's not what we're talking about right now. Mm-hmm. But that car is a beautiful car. Was that a bike or was that that sounded like a bike, right? No?
I think that was a bike.
That was a bike. But back to the Tourbillon.
Did you get my text the other night?
Which one? Oh, did you pass me on the thing? No, that was not me.
It was a SVJ, 100%.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
I heard it.
It was.
I was sitting in my living room, and it's like it takes a lot for a exhaust noise to just completely enter my home, from the highway. But occasionally,
it happens.
It happens.
You used to hear my S, no?
Yeah.
My Aventador for sure entered your thing.
Yes.
What car?
But the the SVJ. Yes, an SVJ ripped by and it was wah,
crazy.
Wah. And I was like, it's either Joe or Simeon.
It might have been Sim. Who knows?
For real.
Can I tell you something that I've realized too? So this car is fantastic and I still love it and it's amazing and everything about it is awesome. But having something else to drive as a more dailyable car and then having to drive this less. Like I used to drive this every day.
Right.
But now that I don't, and now it becomes a once or twice a week car, it loses a lot of its lure and lust because of the fact that everything that I used to like about it was a part because I could daily it. And now when I just drive it every so often, I'm like,
right.
I need
now you want the Aventador.
Exactly. Before I was like, this is too much. But now if I'm driving once a week, now I'm like, Aventador is mint once a week. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not saying anything's going to change anytime soon. I'm not saying that. But I'm definitely feeling the reverse now.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
Because you have another option.
Because I have another option.
That's why I'm leaning NSX. because it's just I'm trying to get one car.
Which might be the right move. Mm-hmm. I just can't believe, and we've said this a million times, and I will still say it because it's just mind-boggling to me, the fact that you just treat an R8 like it's bad compared to just OG Day One Gavin. Like OG Day One Gavin would look at you and go, what happened to us?
I don't know.
That car used to be everything you talked about.
And what's crazy is, well, part of it's the dual clutch 2014, 2015 Gen 1, I still think wouldn't be a bad option. If monetarily, if that's where we're at. If I'm like,
Right.
you know what, I can squeeze 90 grand.
Right.
Like I don't, that's probably still my first choice at 90 grand.
At 90.
At 90.
But we're not talking there right
Find me a 2015 R8, $90,000 with 20,000 miles. That might be my move.
Okay.
But if I can squeeze another $20,000 or $30,000 into my budget, then it would be the NSX.
This is wild.
Over the R8. I'm just, because you're looking at 140 for a good R8.
Yeah.
And like, that's just more of a jump than is worth it, I think.
I agree.
So,
Because then you talk about, okay, going from R8, because the problem with the R8, and not a problem, but like you have driven enough cars to know that the R8 stock is like, okay. So like if you want an R8, you want to customize it because those cars are awesome to customize. So now you're 140, you're in it at 160, and you're like, well, I might as well just get a 600 LT at this point. Like, you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's just cooked. But I think it's funny. And you guys have been watching since day one. You guys have probably remember the first early episodes. Like Gavin used to love that car, and now we're talking about him getting one, and it's in the price range, and it's not even the top pick anymore.
It was always a price range thing, right?
Yeah.
Because when we were talking about it, it was like, oh, I'm going to get a car that's like 90. And then that was my budget. And I was like, oh, I can get these R8s 2014, 2015. That's what I was set on. I was going to do it. And then timing wise with what we were doing with SCC, I was like, never mind. I'm not going to go buy a $90,000 car. Ended up in the Aston instead.
Right.
So now fast forward, and now I'm not looking at 90 anymore. I'm looking at 120. So since my budget's not 90, I'm looking at an NSX. If my budget was 90, I'd still be on a 2015 R8.
Or that Aston Martin.
I think I'd rather have the 2015 R8.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
The world is balancing itself back out.
Exactly.
Gavin's back to kind of...
Because I had my realization that I need my engine in the back.
That was the kicker.
Yeah. I'd rather have a dual clutch 2015 or Audi than a 2017 Aston Martin. That's where I'm at.
I think the R8s have entered, and this is a drastic topic, and I hope Marco clips this. I think the Audi R8 is entering into C8 Corvette reputation.
Kind of, yeah.
I think it's not there, but like we're getting there. It's getting really close. If I see another super chopped, crazy wrapped, basic center exit R8 thing, we're almost there.
Oh, you want to know what else is right sub 100?
Huh.
If I wasn't going to get a 2014 or 15 R8, I've seen multiple times now. You'd have to wait for one to come up, but I've seen one come up multiple times. R8 GT convertible, which the R8 GT was a 2012 car. They made 333 of them.
The ones that were actually limited.
Very limited.
With the good carbon options.
Limited parts, yes. And that car, it's a 2012, so you still have the single clutch. That's the downside of that one.
Okay.
But you have a limited 333. It's stamped number 34 of 333, number 125, 333. And the Spider version of that car is under 100 with like 20,000 miles.
It's not bad.
I've seen multiple.
Isn't that the one that has some mirror design you tell me about?
Yeah.
What is it again?
It's just got like
arrow on the mirrors?
Yeah.
So that car is actually very specifically purposely built compared to everything else.
The arrow on the R8 GT mirrors is not on any other R8. Not
nice
on
little touch.
any other R8.
Because the new gen GT is basically like a performance that's just...
with every option ticked.
That's all that it is.
That's basically.
It's not actually like they specifically were like, we're going to make this different, we're going to make this different, we're going to make this different.
Right. From my understanding, there's nothing on the Gen 2 Audi R8 GT that you can't get on a regular R8. It's an R8 performance.
Spider's under 100K.
It's an R8 performance with every carbon option. That's what the GT is.
Okay.
Okay. Every box checked. That's the R8 GT. The old one was like an actual limited sort of thing. And I've seen multiple of the Spiders. I wouldn't really want an R8 Spider. But, I mean, if it's a GT for under 100 grand.
Is there soft tops?
And that's my budget, yeah.
It's kind of cooked.
Then
it's kind of cooked. I didn't realize they were
I would just drive
tops.
with the top down. I would just drive top down all the time.
You can't.
Because when the top down on the top down on those cars looks really good.
It does. You cannot drive top down.
You're correct.
Yeah,
you're correct.
You can't.
You're correct.
You have hair and you like your hair, so
I
you
know.
can't do that. I'm
That's
top down all day long.
I know.
All day long.
That's my problem. It really ruins me.
I just get a hat tan right here, my bald right here, because I'm wearing a hat all the damn time.
Well, I'd be wearing hats all the time. All of a sudden, I'd be hat guy. Gavin used to never wear hats. Now he wears hats all the time. Well, I got a soft top.
All right, let's transition and talk about the dealer, where the hell we're at, what the fuck is going on. Am I allowed to say that? So you guys have just kind of, we've seen here, we're sitting here, we're talking about it, and it's one of those things where we have teased it, but now we're here, and I want to dive more into kind of everything we got going on. So we recently completed a car deal. You want to talk a little bit about it?
Sure. We had someone reach out, someone who listens to the show, and they heard us talking about how, we'll help you find your next car.
Yep, which we will.
Yeah, which we've done. We've done for several people now at this point.
Yeah.
But reached out to us, told us what he was looking for. He had a Roma.
Yep.
And was in the market for a 750.
Yep. Heard us talk about it.
Yeah, it was like, I totally agree with what you're saying. Like the Roma, he told me, he's like, the Roma, it's not a sports car, it's not a GT car, it's like, it's something in the middle. And he's like, I want something that's all out.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I think you're right, the 750S is like the car. I think he said he drove his friends, and it's an insane car. So we started looking. And so I was like, cool, we can do everything for you. I'll talk to the dealership. He was like, I don't like dealing with dealerships. He's like, so when you said that, I was like, what can you do for me?
A to Z. Every single aspect of it.
So, he was sending me some cars. He was looking at the market. I ended up finding a car that wasn't listed on anything, and sent it to him. It was pretty much checked all the boxes that he wanted, and it wasn't listed publicly. What fell?
What fell or what just got shot? Was that like in here, nearby, or no? Did that sound far away? That sounded what? Close. Like in the parking lot, or like?
Maybe like on the street.
On the street? Okay, we keep going. Destiny, you want to just peeky? All right. You were saying?
What was I saying?
Before you continue, you were talking about the deal and everything, so finding the off-market car. Okay. One of the things that I need everybody to understand value-wise of why Gavin and I are arguably some of the best people to be doing this in this space, we have an immense amount of experience dealing with all these cars, from driving, ownership, talking about it, experiencing them. So those of you guys have never driven a Roma and never driven a 750S Spider. You guys might not have the opportunity to until you guys own them. The whole point of the advantage of us is the fact that we've driven the Roma, we've driven 750S, we know exactly what the pros and cons are. We literally talked about the fact that we drove the Roma, we were in Dallas, and the car didn't do anything particularly well, but it does look good, so it's kind of advantageous to a certain buyer. And then all of a sudden, the 750S is blistering fast, it's everything fantastic. So instead of learning and making mistakes and being like, I thought this car was cool, now it's kind of crappy, don't be afraid to kind of listen to what we tell you guys, because we damn near have done all this to a point where we know exactly every single aspect. So if you hear us talk positively on a car, normally it's pretty accurate. But granted, knowing what you guys want and what you guys like, we are here to have a conversation with you. Reach out on social media. Reach out any way possible. On our website, you can commit a contact form to us. We'll have a conversation. We're always open to talking about, because we know exactly the right things to ask you, exactly to get you what you want, and know exactly every single car down to a T. So if you want track performance, you want handling, you want speed, you want looks, you want price point, you want hold value,
liability,
anything, we know exactly the market to be able to tell you exactly what you want, and you might not even know what you want, because you might just lack the simple experience. But that's why we've dedicated the last 2 years of our lives to trying and doing everything, and we've just getting started with this.
And it's based on your preferences. So
Correct.
This is all a conversation.
Yep.
So what do you want? What are you looking for? What's important to you? And like Joe said, we know exactly what to put you in from there.
Literally.
Better than what ChatGPT will do. I've done this exercise on ChatGPT. While I can spit out some options, ChatGPT has never driven a 750.
No. Or driven a Roma.
Right. And
to know it sucks.
At the end of the day, it's taking the opinion of journalists.
Yeah.
For the most part, because the information is coming from the internet.
Correct.
And what information does it have access to? Journalists.
That's it. It's not watching a Doug DeMuro video and breaking down Doug's thing on it.
The journalists sit there and they talk about how the Roma or this Ferrari or that is this great driving car with all this character, and then
It's an exquisite blend between the GT and the performance.
right, and then
No,
when you're
not.
just like a real buyer and you're like, hey, I'm spending actual money. I'm the one that's actually putting $250,000 down on this car.
Correct. I'm not getting paid by Ferrari to say good things about the car.
Right.
We're actually doing it. And I'm a Ferrari owner, and I'm 100% willing to say that the Roma is ass bags. You heard? And as a Ferrari owner, so unbiased as heck, I will always say the truth. This is not even my favorite brand, just believe it or not. But this is my car right now. I'm a McLaren guy all day long.
McLaren.
All day long.
So anyway, where were we at?
Talking about the deal?
So
Sourced the car for him?
so we found the car, worked out a deal, and I mean, got it delivered last week.
Everything perfect.
Yeah, so it was just like
And he barely moved a finger, which is my favorite part.
front to back. Yeah, the only fingers he moved were to me.
That's it, directly to you.
Yes.
Handled everything, full confidence, the
Yes.
whole nine. And the
And
biggest thing is having a social media presence like we do. You guys can directly talk to us. We're not anybody else on the planet that if you're the brand of your dealer and you try to reach out to that person, you're going to get a salesman, you're going to get something like that. You are getting Gavin and me directly, which is one of the best values because you're talking to two people that are immersed into this world from a marketplace experience perspective. You guys are fans of us. We appreciate the love and support. So reach out to us. We will 100% directly involve ourselves in your next car purchase, from buying, selling, and even just figuring out what you want.
Right.
And two, education on the entire scene. So you guys want to get more educated on just what's going on in the car market from a current news perspective, value hold perspective, trends perspective. Gavin and I are literally every day on top of our research, due diligence, so we have the most available present knowledge because we're in the mix when it comes to this.
And I think the biggest thing is just from like a broker perspective, we're helping you go get a car, you know, and it's not something that we have on our showroom floor. We're buying it. We're getting it from another dealer.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like that service, we make money to be your ally,
Correct.
to be on your team.
Correct.
Right? Whether you get it from that dealer or that dealer doesn't make a difference.
Correct.
So, and whether you want to just think the least and just go find, here's my requirements, go find it, and I send it to you and you go, perfect, tell me what to sign and when to sign it, and it's just delivered to your door and you don't have to think at all. That's one side of things. That's how some people want it done. Or you're like, no, I want every detail and I don't want to have to deal with it. And you're on my team. You can be my representative to go get all those details, all that information, set everything up, get the PPI done, get the delivery done. And, you know, I'm going to be in communication with you the whole time. I just don't have to deal with everything outside the frame. Then we're that as well.
It's no brainer.
Right. It's however you want it to be. It's tailored experience. We're just the buffer between you and having to do the actual work on the other side.
Correct. And I think the last big angle that Gavin and I have on the market and just being in this space, 99% of people that either own a dealership, are high up working for it, or own the dealership that is big in this scene came from the car dealership world from a start to a point where they became owners of it, but they're trained from dealer back. That's not how we come from. We are buyers first, so we understand the retail buyer and what you are worried about. We're not dealing with dealerships from a dealer-to-dealer perspective, understanding their side of the game. We are here for the buyers. We work for the buyers. We're not on the end of trying to work with the dealers in that sense. We have tremendous relationships across the entire nation when it comes to it, but our end goal is we're not car salesmen in that aspect. We are buyers first that have been in your shoes and now on the other side of it. So we know what you guys want, especially what is best for you. So there's no mishaps, there's no games, full transparency from a market knowledge perspective, source perspective, inventory perspective, and just dealing with people that weren't trained to sell. We were trained to dish out the best deal possible for the client. That's the biggest edge.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a dynamic.
Is there anything else you wanted to cover?
Besides
tonight?
On the episode?
Yeah.
I don't think really. I think we have a couple little things in the works that you guys will probably see after this episode releases. Do you want to talk about what's coming up in just terms of the episodes dynamic that's coming to kind of tease everybody?
You can. I mean, next week we'll be back in the studio because it's already recorded.
Yeah.
So
technically, yeah.
Yeah. So this comes out, and then next week's episode we're back. You'll see us back in the studio with our guest,
Correct.
which is
Should I say it?
sure.
The infamous Mamba FX, my boy Anthony. So
Yeah.
you guys, fantastic episode
He's
there.
got like 13 cars.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then you'll be back here with us, and then
Can I say it?
Sure.
So guys, all you
Oh,
guys.
wait, I don't know about.
I can't say that?
I'm not 100% on that yet.
On doing it or how it's going to be done?
How's all of it?
Okay. All right.
So
Gavin's put a lock on me, so I can't say anything, guys. I'm sorry. So just know that there's a couple of things working that we're on the cusp of. So just know. Okay?
I would love to guarantee it. I just don't. It's not
set?
100% yet. Unless you want to just put it out there so we have to figure it out.
Well, I
Then
want to
that's
figure out
another thing.
but I'm also curious to see if people would be interested in it.
Okay.
Let's do this. I'll tease it very lightly without teasing it.
Sure.
Guys, if there was an element where we could give you guys more content in this structure with a little more loose topics, where in terms of it's not super detailed, tailored to the supercar world, where you guys can get to know Gavin and I on a more personal level. So I think you guys have gotten to know us from an automotive perspective, business perspective, but I think a lot of our personalities kind of get hidden in between all this mix. So if you guys want to see more content from us specifically in the same structure and or more content and relax from our guests, let us know if you guys would be interested in seeing more from us. If not, if you hate me and you've done seeing enough of me, then just let me know. It's fine by too.
Yeah, main episodes will continue to be
Correct.
Supercar Connection or Joe Rogan for cars, as
Correct.
I've always liked to say.
Correct.
Just chopping it up about cars. That's coming out Monday morning for as long as
Religiously.
as long as we can see in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're thinking about doing an extra hour of content
Yeah.
every week that isn't so strictly cars.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, there will still
It
be
will
car
be.
stuff.
This
It's
is
just-
your Monday morning. We're going to start filming your Friday night.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
SCC After Dark.
After dark. So if you guys are interested in that concept, you guys like it, please give us feedback, message us. If you guys, anything you guys ever want to see us incorporate, talk about, whatever, do not hesitate to comment on this post, DM us directly, get in contact with us because we are 100% open to your suggestions. Ultimately, we do this for you guys, and without you guys, we wouldn't have been in this position. So we want to give back to you as much as possible from a knowledge, experience, entertainment perspective. So however you guys want to see, let us know.
Yeah, with our guests, we get more into some business stuff,
Yep.
maybe just some life stuff.
Yep.
See what happens.
There's a lot of guys you guys see on social media that you guys might not get an opportunity to see them in different light. So if we do a concept like this, you guys will be able to see them. You guys might even see some of your favorite people on social media, get to know a little bit more about them from that not as serious perspective and or not selling you on whatever their products or whoever they are on social media. So you guys let us know if you guys are interested in that and we'll make it come true.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been the first episode here at the SCC HQ.
A lot of updates this episode.
Correct.
So just we're here.
Yep.
So it was needed.
Yes. So you guys are still here watching what I'm about to tell you. If you guys need to buy something, sell something, or even just gain knowledge on the marketplace, 100% reach out to us. From now on, we are a full force SCC dealership, and we have some special products coming out soon. So this has been episode 1 from the SCC HQ. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time.
We're out.
Peace.